Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another glorious episode of Jedi Talk. I am your host, Brad Hughes. Welcome back. Joining me today is, one third of the rest of the council, or one half of the rest of the council. It's one third of the council, but there's one half of them that is here of those two. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm bad at math and fractions. The man, the myth, the legend himself, Evan T. Boucher. What's going on, brother?
Hello there. Don't make us do math ever.
Especially
on a podcast.
Especially
when I'm fried from the 50 hours of work I've been doing.
Oh, dude, I'm with you on that. I had a long week.
There's a lot up.
There's a lot up.
I finished one of my probably 7 costumes for the Star Cruiser.
I saw it. It looks very good. You want to tell the people?
Yes.
Did you post it yet?
No, I haven't posted.
Okay.
I'm waiting for probably the day of the trip or sometime during the trip. But it's a little inspired by Inquisitor Cal. It looks a lot like Inquisitor Cal. And it looks a little bit like that.
Incalzitor?
Incalzitor, yeah. And maybe a little Gideon inspired, but it leans towards Cal more. It was easier to make Cal's. If it was up to me, I would have Gideon's full out costume.
Gideon's is the shit.
But I couldn't afford it. I looked it up online. There's $500 for a cheap one.
Yeah.
So I just went with making my own Cal's for
the Cobb Vanth is what I want, and it's about the same.
So I was like, I'll just make this for $20. How about that? So
is that how much it costs for that stuff?
Probably. It's just a bunch of trash plastic and spray paint.
Trash plastic? You made it out of literal scraps?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
It looks that makes it look even better. I mean, it looks. I saw that picture. It looks great, but
the most expensive.
I'm even more impressed.
Was the patch that I bought on Batu, the first order symbol.
That's nuts.
So I just slapped it on the shoulder pad. I love the shoulder pads, the chest plate. It's not as perfect as I want, but I'll live with it. It's fine for $20. It's
you can always mess with it later on. You know.
So my dad was very happy. He's like, "Dang, you've got a little me in you." And I'm like, "I think you rubbed off on me. You rubbed off.
You are half him."
Yeah.
All right. So before we get into the Star Wars talk, I got to bring it up because Tom's not here. You know what? Let me see if maybe he can come on and give his brief thoughts on this.
The wedding is over, so maybe. When's he coming back?
I think they come back tomorrow.
Okay. The sooner the better. I miss his ginger
so
face.
I saw the Batman.
Yeah, both of you did. Not together, sadly.
So here. No, I wish we could. God, that would have been so much fun, dude. It is. So I think everyone agrees that the gold standard for Batman movies is The Dark Knight. You would agree?
Yeah, I mean, I've only seen maybe 5 Batman movies, but I agree.
I think that is a perfect movie. I think it would be very hard, if not impossible, to he wants to come on the show real quick. We're gonna have him right here.
Hello.
Yo, what's up, dude?
What's going on?
Welcome to Jedi Talk.
All right.
Welcome back to Jedi Talk.
Welcome back to Jedi Talk. Let's do it. Do your little intro there.
By the right of the council, by the will of the Force, go see the Batman, people. Holy shit.
Dude, okay, so I just brought this up. We're literally 3 minutes into the podcast, and I was like, let's just see if he wants to come on so I don't have to say this again to his face. So my thought is that The Dark Knight is a perfect Batman movie. It is everything you want. It's the only thing I think you could ask a little bit more of is the detective aspect of Batman in that. But short of that, it is a perfect Batman movie. For me, the Batman is on par, if not better than that movie.
Yep, I agree.
Perfect.
I completely agree. I walked out of it. I told Courtney, and Courtney, you know how she is. She's not as into Batman as I am, the same way she's in other comic book movies, but I knew that she loved that movie because she didn't get up from her seat to go to the bathroom during the near 3 hours. And I walked out.
That's impressive.
I walked out and turned to her as Kyle went to the bathroom, and I said, he's going to disagree with me, pointing to Kyle, but this was better than The Dark Knight. Pattinson's better than Bale, and this movie was better than The Dark Knight. Those are my 2 hot takes from this movie, and I'll give more thoughts on future podcasts in depth once I get a chance to sit down and put notes down, but this fucking killed.
I loved it so much. I texted you earlier. We'll talk about it more in depth, but I wanted to get your fresh reaction because you left the theater an hour ago or so. Is that when you texted me? Yeah, you texted me an hour ago, right? So I just wanted to get your hot take fresh off the movie. So here's the tough question that I had for you that I wanted to ask you: who's a better Batman, Ben Affleck or Robert Pattinson? Because Ben Affleck's your favorite.
On initial thoughts, I want And it's so hard to compare because Pattinson is year 2 Batman, and you saw that in the Batman movie. Like he's young, he screws up, like that scene when he used the prototype glider for the first time.
Yes.
He crashes, so that's like him learning, and he's much more of a brawler. Where when you go to Affleck in Snyder's universe, he's 20 years Batman. Like that warehouse scene, he's tactical. Like he takes 4 guys on like it's nothing. So it's hard to compare. I'd still put Ben Affleck over Pattinson at this moment.
Wow.
But that's because Affleck has more screen time, has more movies than Pattinson right now. I did tell Kyle and I told Courtney, I said, once we get the sequel, I am more than ready to put Robert Pattinson over Ben Affleck.
That's fair. I think seeing him evolve is what's going to make that story interesting because, like, you kind of see, like, you don't give a shit if I ruin something for this movie, do you, Evan?
No, yeah, go ahead.
He literally keeps, like, journals of everything. Like, he has, like, notebooks and like, literally closes the notebook and it's, like, year 2.
That's cool.
And it's, like, October of year 2. And I think his arc is going to be the most interesting arc for Batman and Bruce Wayne together. Now, there wasn't a lot of Bruce Wayne in this movie. Like that's what I liked about it. There's not he's not sitting in boardrooms. He is so far. The biggest chunk of you see as Bruce Wayne is that scene in the church that you saw.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the biggest chunk of time that he is Bruce Wayne.
Oh, that's not even that long.
It's not long at all. Maybe 1 or 2 more scenes where he's talking to Alfred. Which Alfred went full Snoke when he was in the hospital, dude.
Yeah, he did.
Oh yeah, I forgot it was circus, right?
Yeah. I almost turned to Courtney. I'm like, that's Snoke. It sounded like him.
It is. It was perfect, man.
I could see him being a good Alfred too. Like they've never miscast Alfred.
Go for it.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Zoe Kravitz is on a mountain so high above everybody else who's ever played Catwoman and who's going to play Catwoman in the future when we're long gone.
She
murders that fucking role. Kyle, you could suck it. Michelle Pfeiffer is so far below Zoe Kravitz. Like she is picking up daisies from people who are buried underneath the ground. Like
she murdered it.
He's still on the Michelle Pfeiffer train, and I hate it. Zoe Kravitz is so much better.
Kyle, just because that's the first chick you ever jerked off to doesn't make her a good Catwoman.
Yeah. He must be into secretaries who are seamstresses and just fall into a vat of cats and then turn into Catwoman.
Isn't that basically the villain of Wonder Woman 2 also? Like, it's the same character?
I don't know. I've never saw Wonder Woman 2.
I haven't either, but that's what I've read about it. From everything I've gathered, I'm like, it's the same character.
What else did you want to say?
John Turturro, and I think I'm saying his last name correctly, is Carmen Falcone for the rest of my life. He's headcanon every time I read, or even if I'm looking at comics or them, like, writing it out and drawing it out, that's fucking Carmen Falcone. He was perfect.
He was.
And dude, how about the Long Halloween, references? How about the, Long Halloween in Zero Year?
Yeah.
Like, it's just intense.
So good.
I
loved it.
Wasn't that guy in Transformers? Is that how I know him?
I think so.
John Turturro?
Right now.
I think
the Sector 7 guy?
What was that?
Is John Turturro the guy from Sector 7 and Transformers? That was
like the secret agent guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he crushes it. Now, I think the best performance of the whole movie goes to Colin Farrell.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I mean, even when you know it's him, it doesn't sound.
That's probably going to win some
like,
prosthetic Oscar, or makeup Oscar or something.
If it doesn't, it should, because he is. I was just watching. He was on Hot Ones, and I had that on in the background while I was doing stuff earlier, and you completely forget he's like Irish or whatever the hell he is. Scottish, Irish.
Yeah.
I think he's Irish.
I think he's Irish. I don't know.
Barrel Irish, yeah.
But like, dude, it's so like it's insane. It's insane. The whole movie was great, and I thought. They said Penguin wasn't going to be in the movie much, but I was very satisfied with his presence in the movie.
Me too.
I remember them saying he didn't have a lot of screen time, but that shows you right there you don't need a ton of screen time to be an effective villain.
Nope. And we're getting an HBO Max spinoff series of the Penguin.
I hope it's not too much, because I think the way they used him was perfect. I think they used him so well.
Yeah.
But
I agree. But we'll see. What else was I going to say? Oh, this was such a refreshing comic book movie too, because we didn't have action for 5 minutes and then a poop joke, and then action for 5 minutes and then a sex joke. Like, it was so refreshing to just. You know me, I prefer DC over Marvel and anything else because of how dark it is, but this was dark from start to finish, and I loved every minute of it. And my favorite, like part of the movie that that I thought was the funniest, because there was a little levity like here and there, but the best was when Jim Gordon goes to Batman and he's like, you know, you could have pulled that punch back a little bit, and he's like, I did.
My favorite line of the whole movie was when he's in the cage with all the cops, and he goes, "Stop! Stop! Stop! We got you on assaulting an officer." And he goes, "You got me on 3."
Yeah, that was good.
I love my favorite line. I loved it, man.
That was good.
I can't wait to go see it again. It didn't feel like 3 hours. It really didn't.
No,
It flows by. The pace is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
There was a few. There was like one other joke I can think of. Every time he walks up to the door of the is it called the Iceberg Club?
The Iceberg Lounge.
Iceberg Lounge. And he's like, "Do you know who I am? I'm Bruce." And then like that kept being like a reoccurring thing until eventually he just like sneaks in, takes him out.
Yeah, that was funny. That was funny.
That was good.
Yeah, another good thing, and I'll keep it short because I got so much to say about this movie. I just loved even the little bit of the development we got of this character from being literally going from vengeance to hope from start to finish in the movie. He started out after he beat the shit out of those thugs in the subway, and then like looked at that guy who he saved, and the guy's like, "Please don't hurt me, please don't hurt me." He was scared of Batman. And then that scene at the end when he's lit the flare and he's walking through the water in Gotham Square Garden, leading those citizens out to safety, was like such a great, just a great scene to visualize, like, and show you that Batman has now become the hero that Gotham needs at this time. So it was so good. It was so well done. Like, congrats to Matt Reeves and everybody involved. Warner Brothers, you got this one right.
Finally, they let somebody who's good at their job do their job.
Exactly.
One last thing, and then I'll let you go because I know it's you guys are doing. I don't know if y'all are still doing wedding stuff, but I assume you are.
Family stuff, yeah.
So I'll let you go after this. But what did you think of the Riddler's portray? That's hard to say. The Riddler. This version of the Riddler. In this
it's movie, a riddle.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Because I know if you guys don't know, he's a huge Riddler fan. He's got him on his left arm.
Yeah, left forearm. Yeah. I've got the Riddler. I've got Joker, Harley Quinn, and Riddler right now on my Batman sleeve. So, initial thoughts on Paul Dano. That was spectacular. I think he gave us a creepy serial killer that just makes you feel uncomfortable in such a good way that you want somebody who you want to root against. And then, when he takes the mask off, when he's sitting in the diner, how he gets caught, and I loved that. And I knew we were getting that scene because it was in the trailer, but it was still set up so perfectly with, like, the question mark and the coffee. And it just, like, when he turns and looks, I'm like, that's fucking Edward Nygma. That's the Riddler. Like, the look nailed it down with the mask off. And the serial killer part, Matt Reeves definitely leaned into that heavily. The Riddler isn't traditionally like a serial killer like that, but the way he left the clues, the way he left the riddles for Batman to figure out and, figure everything out. And the one thing I love the most about Batman villains is each of his villains challenge him with something different. Bane, it's strength. Joker, it's emotional and chaotic. Riddler, it's the mind. Poison Ivy, it's like seduction. So they did a good job of showcasing how the Riddler can outsmart Batman, and especially this young Bruce Wayne. So I'm a big fan. It's by far the best Riddler we've ever gotten on screen, and the only one to compare it to is Jim Carrey. And Jim Carrey did what he had to do for that time, but Paul Dano's up there. He's high up there now.
Talking about the Jim Carrey thing, Jim Carrey wouldn't work in this universe, and vice versa.
Yeah, exactly.
So they were perfect for the world that is set up in. But I was a little concerned you wouldn't love the Riddler because of how violent they made him. Like, that opening scene is fucking wild. And I remember on Fourth Mother Box last week, you guys were talking about the Penguins, tobacco use, not having the cigar. And I think I was right about it being borderline R because it is violent as shit.
It's a very violent movie, and you're right. I think you're onto something. Yeah,
I said that because it was a text between me, him, and Kyle Evan. I said that there was a lot of people like giving them flack about not letting the Penguin have a cigar in this movie, and I said I think this movie is borderline R, and including that cigar with the MARPP or whatever, forget the name of it. The people that rate movies, that's a factor to make it a PG-13 or an R. Like, that can be
alcohol
like the deciding
use,
factor. Yeah,
cigarette
and so
smoking
with it being
use,
already as dark as it was, I was like, that's probably why. And after seeing it, I'm convinced I was right.
They'd lose a big
so
viewership if it was R.
Yeah, they wouldn't have us up. But it was great. So we'll talk more when you get home. I don't know if you saw the news about MCO. When do you guys fly back in?
Late tomorrow night. What's that news?
They grounded every flight.
Why?
I don't know. So just keep an eye on. Holly told me earlier that she saw that someone tweeted that MCO had grounded all the flights.
Oh, really? Okay.
So I don't know. It could be like, I don't know. Who knows? I hope it's nothing major, but just keep your eyes peeled.
All right, we'll do. Thanks.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me on.
Of course.
Rise Jedi Knight. Go see the Batman.
Yep. All right. Love you, buddy. Be safe. Bye. Cool. So I figured he would like it, but like
nice,
I said,
yeah.
it's great.
I haven't seen anything lower than like an 8 out of 10 is what people say.
It's
so.
fantastic, man.
Yeah.
I get the people that are going to go like, I don't like his Bruce Wayne. He's so moody. He's supposed to be. He's a young kid.
Yeah.
He's like a 23-year-old at this point. So,
jeez.
Youngin. All right, so let's talk some Star Wars stuff. What do you have? I'll bring up some stuff too. Let's transition from the Batman, which is hard to say. I want to say Batman, but it's the Batman.
Yeah.
Batman to some Star Wars stuff. Let's do this.
I don't know if it was the biggest news, but it's probably the most concrete news, aside from like a lot of rumors and a lot more Star Cruiser stuff, which I'm sure we'll get to and spend a good hour on. And thankfully, we don't have too much longer until at least one of us can look up some spoilers. I won't tell you the spoilers when I do, but that'll be soon. But the most concrete thing I found from news was Eclipse. The video game Eclipse is most likely, as you called it weeks ago, not happening.
It's not happening. I when I saw that trailer, I was like, this reminds me of every awesome Star Wars game trailer we've ever seen that never fucking comes out.
Yep.
Like 1313, for instance, had an incredible gameplay trailer.
Yeah.
Or I guess I don't know if it was a gameplay, but it had an incredible trailer. And then this was like, I was like, oh, that's really cool. And then I'm like, I'm not getting my hopes up when it comes to Star Wars video games because more often than not, they get canceled. But it's so strange because something like that looks so cool and interesting. And I'm not shitting on it because I love the game. But then what was the flying game? The Rebels?
Rogue Squadrons?
No, the one for Xbox that I was like the first person one.
Not Rogue. It had Squadrons in it, right?
Squadrons.
It was just Squadrons.
Squadrons, yeah. Squadrons came out.
Yeah.
How does that? I mean, I know it's way more simple of a game to design and develop.
Because it was just like kind
of
just a reskin of other flying games. In a way, I know it's more complex, but simply that's what it was.
It was such a fun little game to get. Like, I knew it wasn't going to be a huge deal when it was like $30, $40, whatever it was. I was like, all right, well, this is not that going to be. It's not going to have some groundbreaking story.
It's easier to put out just an online game. That has like 2 hours of story, maybe. An hour.
It was long. No, it was pretty long. Yeah, I feel like it was pretty long. It took me a while to get through all of it.
Okay.
But I'm really bad at video games.
Eclipse looked like it was going to be like a Fallen Order level of open world.
Like higher than that. Like it seemed like super, super in depth.
Yeah, so, I mean, at least we're going to get Fallen Order 2 or whatever it's going to be called.
Yeah.
At least that's coming because we all
I think they said they're going to drop the Fallen Order and just call it like Jedi Order or something.
Jedi Blank.
So that could be cool.
Yeah. So at least we're getting that. But they said 2027 for Eclipse.
They said 2027, possibly 2028.
Yeah, but that just means
6 years away.
Yeah.
So game development takes usually around like 6 to 7 years for something like this.
Yeah.
How do they have even a trailer? Like, who is working on this game?
Unless that's just a completely
one guy?
CGI trailer.
But
and
someone's supposed to animate that and come up with the ideas.
But then they're like, okay, we'll make the game after we do ILM. Send this off to ILM. Make us a trailer. It's like, that's a little backwards thinking, but I doubt that's what happened.
I don't know. I mean, who knows? But that's I want to see it, obviously. But
yeah, it was going to tie into High Republic.
Yeah.
That would have been awesome.
It would have been cool.
It would have been the first book or comic High Republic thing we've got. So that would have been nice to see some visual High Republic stuff.
It would have been. I'm ready for something visual, like a TV show for High Republic. I know Acolyte. They said it ties in.
It's at the very end of the High Republic. Yeah. So you'll get like ideas, maybe a character or two in that from the High Republic.
I would love to see Marchion Ro in live action.
Me too.
Or even like a Clone Wars style. I bet you money they do a Clone Wars animated style High Republic show.
That would be amazing.
Call it like Starlight Beacon or something.
I would love it. Or just The Great Disaster or something like that. Yeah.
Star Wars High Republic. I mean, you can fucking just call it High Republic.
Yeah, whatever you want. Yeah. I found out from an interview with Charles Soule. I don't know if it's official, but like he pronounces it Marchion Ro.
Marchion Ro.
I always thought it was Marchion, but
he didn't write. He did write that book.
Charles Soule wrote
the first one.
Yeah.
Light of the Jedi.
Yeah. So, and he said it's Marchion.
Marchion Ro.
I'm gonna start going with that if good old Chuck says it.
He wrote the book. He fucking knows.
He wrote one of the best Star Wars books ever. So
yeah.
It's
that first High Republic is so good.
Yeah.
I'm on this one, the new Claudia Gray one, and I can't put it down.
Nice. Well, good. Because she's
good.
the GOAT.
She's fucking awesome.
Yeah, she doesn't miss.
I read like 60 pages today.
Man.
And that's on top of going to Hollywood Studios and to Disney Springs earlier in the morning, and I'm on chapter 9, I think.
Fallen Star, is that what it's called?
Fallen Star? Yeah, the Fallen Star.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think what I said is happening. About one of the characters going dark.
Right. Well, I mean, that title implies it. The Fallen Star.
I'm convinced.
Yeah.
I'm convinced. I'm on chapter 9. Yeah, I'm on chapter 9. It is.
That looks like it's
so
kind
good.
of a short-ish book.
I think
It doesn't look too
not even 100
huge.
pages in, so it's probably like 300 pages. Yeah, 350.
I think that's a little
345.
shorter than Light of the Jedi. Light of the Jedi was like 400-ish.
Then I got this one, the High Republic Mission to Disaster. This one mentions the Halcyon in some capacity, and this is one of those ones that's like 200 pages, but it's
Yeah, those like young
half pages,
young readers.
and then half of the half page
Yeah.
on most of the pages. So yeah, I'm excited about this one too because this will be like an afternoon.
Right.
But yeah, I'm getting caught back up with the High Republic. I'm back in. That one book just sucked it out of me. I couldn't get past it.
I still haven't touched it again.
I just watched a YouTube video about how it wraps up.
I started it in October, and then like halfway through October, I took a break, and I just haven't gone back.
Here's what happened. Spoiler alert. I don't remember the name of the book.
I'm forgetting too.
I
Rising
gotta
Storm? Yeah, Kevin
Rising
Scott.
Storm,
Kevin
yeah,
Scott's Rising Storm.
Spoiler alert. They put on an event like a fair, and then the Nihil bomb it and attack it.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's where I kind of left
Hey,
off.
That's what happens.
Okay.
That's the whole book.
So it's not as ground-shattering and groundbreaking as
No,
Light
there's
of the
nothing-
Jedi
nothing.
or Into the Dark. Into the Dark was even more of a
The
like,
Dark was
whoa.
fantastic. They think the Drin gear might still be
The
out there.
Drin gear were awesome in
They
that.
were great.
And then the Sith like statues that played a huge
Yeah,
part in that
those were
book.
cool.
That was cool. There's a
One
twist
thing
on that.
One thing I'm not happy about is Geode's back.
Ugh.
I know.
I thought
This
we
is
saw the
her
last
one
of him.
swing and the miss
Well, I
thing
mean,
she's done.
she didn't write Into the Dark, did she?
Yeah.
Yeah, she did. Okay,
Uh-huh.
so that's her character again carrying
She
over.
wrote Into the Dark.
Yeah, I mean, in Into the Dark, he was just like a throwaway joke that happened once a chapter.
Yep.
So she needs to kind of lay off on that throwaway joke because it's like he's a rock. We get it.
Yeah, I don't.
It's funny that he was in this room and now he's in that room. Whoa, that's the only bad thing about her ever. But she's still the GOAT, so that's a pretty low complaint about her.
I know. It's such a like it seemed like it's a good joke where you're like,
No.
okay.
The first time, maybe it's like okay, it's kind of cute.
Do you have the Ahsoka thing, the tiki mug on your list?
No,
Boom.
is it from
All
a
right.
Geeky Tiki?
Yep. Next.
Oh, nice. I've got like 5 of those.
Moving on to the next topic here. I saw that somebody goes, these are coming soon, and it was like pallets. So it's not like it was just one random one. It was like
Right.
pallets of Ahsoka Tano Geeky Tiki mugs.
Ooh,
So
nice.
we're getting those sooner than later.
Awesome. I've got a Chewie, a Kylo, a Mando, a Grogu. You got me the Grogu.
Yes, the Grogu one's cool.
Yeah. A Padme. Well, Queen Amidala, I guess. I think that's it for Star Wars.
I've got the Mandalorian one. I have C-3PO, R2-D2.
I want the R2. It looks good.
It's cool with the white and the blue inside.
Yeah.
I like those. I think that's the only 2 I have. I'm not a huge fan of those. Like don't get me wrong, I like them, but like I won't buy all of them.
I'm selective on them.
I'm selective.
Like
'cause
the
some
only
of them,
ones that I
they
wanted
feel
were
a little
like
cheap.
yeah.
That's
the only
my
ones I
only
wanted
complaint.
were Kylo, like Mando, Grogu to go with the Mando, and like that's about it. The other ones are like, yeah, that looks a little goofy.
Some of them look stupid. Like the Mando one looks great.
It's yeah,
And
it
the
looks
Grogu
perfect.
one looked great too.
Well,
I didn't see it in person. I only saw
the ones that
box.
have human faces don't always come out great.
Yeah.
But helmeted figures, Mando,
great.
Kylo Ren look great. The Chewbacca one looks great because it's not a human face. Grogu looks good because it's not a human face. But it's hard to translate a human face onto that art
Because Tiki's
style.
exaggerated already. So
Yeah.
having like those sharp lines like a helmet
Yeah,
really
it's perfect.
help
Perfect for
the
that.
whole aesthetic.
There's a Vader one out too, a Stormtrooper out there too.
I
don't
think
have
I might
those.
have a Stormtrooper. I
Those have
forget
been
which
out
ones
for
I
like
have.
10 years. They're
I've had
old.
I've had it for a while.
Yeah, they're old.
The Death Star one's cool.
Yeah. Yeah,
that one's cool.
too.
And then there was one they had at Star Wars Celebration that I almost got. Let's see if I can find what it was.
I wish they
The
would
only
just
reason
go
I didn't
like,
is because it was like outrageous. It was like $150 for the
holy
set.
cow. Oh, for a set. Okay, that's why. But
Oh, it was a pain in the
I
ass.
wish they would
though.
just go like super geeky and do like the Knights of Ren and
I know.
and the Praetorian Guard, like stuff like that.
Tiki
I'm
mugs.
saying Knights of Ren because that's what I love.
want
But like
R5.
Praetorian Guard R5, like go super geek with it, like crazy nerdy.
It was the Luke and Rancor. That's what it was.
oh
And
yeah, I
you-
forgot
and
about
you
that
can
one.
Now, you can now get it for $78 on eBay, and I'm pretty sure it was $100 or $150.
How wild is it that the HasLab Rancor failed and then like 2 weeks later, Book of Boba Fett
I
has a
know.
Rancor.
I know.
It's like, that timing could have
was-
worked for you, but...
You should have just made it Boba's Rancor and been like,
Yep.
you'll see.
Yep.
Because, well, it was already introduced. Well, not when that came out.
No, but, like, that's not
You'll
a huge
see.
spoiler. Like,
it's
come
not-
on.
No.
If
Especially
it
with
was
how
the
little,
spoiler of Luke and Ahsoka, yeah, we'd be like, hey, how about no?
Yeah,
but
the
a
Luke
spoiler of
and
him with a
Ahsoka
Rancor?
playset would have been a bad move.
Yeah.
But the Rancor would have been cool because
Yeah.
people already like Rancors.
Yep.
It almost hit a goal. It missed it by like 800 or something.
Man.
It was very close.
It would have definitely made it if they just tied it in the Book of Boba Fett and, like, had better timing. That's all it takes.
I think they lost people with the cardboard cutout background.
Yep.
And the bones. It's like, what the fuck is this? Dirt? Is that coming with it too? You can
Yep.
put random
The
dirt in the
Anakin
box?
edition, sand.
All right, what's next? What you got?
We got a rumor from good old Ian McDiarmid himself that he is one of those guys that he will come back to his character at the drop of a hat. Like, he's like, if you want me, I'm there. So he'll always play Palpatine whenever they want him.
It's happening in the
And-
show.
Yeah, he's like, hey, I don't know, Palpatine could be around. Just watch out. Vader's there, so his master could be. So
Of course he's there.
Palpatine and Kenobi, probably.
I would love a Palpatine, Obi-Wan, Vader scene where they're all three talking. Like,
Yeah.
both of them have lightsabers out. Obi-Wan has his out. Vader has his out.
That would be perfect because Palpatine just be like taunting Vader into killing his old master.
longer your apprentice.
And he could be like, I can sense the doubt in you, Vader. You must kill him or you must fight him. And
apprentice has no doubt.
yeah.
That would
Because,
be, the dialogue could be really interesting.
It's not in like TVs and movie as much, but like in all the extended media, Palpatine's always just pulling and pushing Vader's buttons.
Oh, yeah. Fucking
He's
with
just
him.
messing with his brain
100%.
constantly.
He wants to keep him
So-
tormented.
Yeah, he does it with Padme more often than anybody, but it'd be funny to see him do it with Kenobi.
Some of those comics from Vader are heartbreaking.
Yeah, and that's Charles Soule, man.
Yeah.
Charles Soule is great.
He's great. Great writer.
He's sneaking up. He might be like top 2 or 3.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I think it's him and Claudia Gray for number 1.
Yeah, no
It
question.
depends how this book goes. Charles Soule
Yeah.
has more stuff
He's
to
more
judge
diverse.
off of.
Yeah.
And he's done more, but
Yep.
Claudia Gray's writing style I really like. And one thing I love
Yeah.
in this book, it's not 20-page chapters.
Oh,
Thank
like,
God.
Who was that does that?
She does. She does it
Oh
all
yeah, I
the
was
time.
gonna say that's right.
It's
Lost
her.
Stars, because I love
Lost
Lost
Stars was like
but
40
those
page
pages, Yeah,
chapters.
those chapters were like 40 pages.
It's like an 800-page book, and it's like 4 chapters.
and it's still like my 3rd or 4th
like,
favorite
you
book.
can't get to a
Like,
stopping point ever.
No,
It's
you
just like-
can't. It's like, all right, I got to dedicate 2 hours tonight to reading
yeah.
because that's how long this chapter is
Yep.
going to be.
So
But it's a great book, but yeah, that's the one thing. Like, slow
Yeah,
down on those
it's-
pages.
it's a lot.
But he's
it's
going to
a
be in
lot.
Kenobi probably. But what about Andor? You think he could pop in Andor?
Yeah, I mean anywhere that's possible.
It would be awesome to see a Krennic and Palpatine scene. Because Krennic is like,
Yeah.
when he sees Vader in Rogue
Yeah,
One,
that
he's like,
would
"You'll
be-
tell the Emperor, right?" And Vader's like, "What'd you say?" So it'd be cool to see him actually interact with Palpatine once.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't see him at all in Rogue One.
No.
He's not even really mentioned. He's mentioned
Just
by like
once.
by Vader.
Yeah, Venick, yeah.
Venick?
Vader and Krennic.
Venick Vader.
Yeah.
Darth Venick.
Darth Venick. That's not a bad name.
It's really
Honestly.
not.
It's similar to my character name, Varric. If
What's
you
your
put-
character's backstory? Are you keeping it the same one?
Yeah,
I
it's the
had
same
to
one.
change mine
It's the same one. I'm
because
the,
I wanted my. We'll go ahead and get into Halcyon talk here. And then I got some stuff to pull up too. But
yeah, I got like 3 things, but they're all kind of minor.
let's save Halcyon for the end. But
Yeah.
anyway, go ahead. What were you saying?
Yeah. No, like the next thing is super minor. Temple Guard sold out today.
Today,
at
finally.
Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at
So
Docks.
I think Cal's gonna be tomorrow.
I hope it's not tomorrow. I hope it's like Tuesday. That'd be best for
Are you
all
off
of
Tuesday?
us. Yeah, I'm going to the park on Tuesday.
Would be best for me.
Yeah. No? That's true.
No.
Me and, well, not best for Tom either.
Tom
he'd
can
ma-
do whatever
he'd make
he
it
wants.
work, yeah.
Tom
but-
can do whatever he wants.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
like,
I'll be there on Tuesday.
yeah.
Yeah.
So he will be too. Like he's told me, he goes, no matter what happens, he goes, I will drop everything I'm doing and I will go grab him.
Oh, yeah, we'll buy the max amount. So you get one, Tom gets one, I get one.
I
And
gotta
then
have
if
that.
we have friends that want it, whatever.
Have we heard if it's a bigger box or a smaller box?
It's got to be a little bigger.
I think it would be the
It's
size
not going to be
like
Dark
Kylo's.
Saber big, but it's going to
No,
be
no, I think it's gonna be like Kylo's big.
Ahsoka, like Kylo, maybe a Shadow Saber big, like that size.
I don't know why that one's. Is that just because it's long?
Might be.
'Cause
Shadow
it's-
Saber's weirdly
It's
big.
not- it's long, like
It's super
oddly
skinny,
long.
though. It's the skinniest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is by far.
Yeah.
But the Temple Guard set's dope, man.
That one's
I
skinny
got
too,
one.
but yeah.
I got one. I wasn't gonna, and I caved.
Yep.
So
I hadn't seen one in person until tonight when I saw it. The box
can't-
is dope.
I can't wait to get my Halcyon lightsaber.
Oh my gosh.
Very excited.
Which we had confirmed this week that it is blue. Because one of my friends had somebody smuggle it off the Halcyon for them.
Oh,
and
really?
she posted a picture, and it's blue. But that's the perfect color for it. Like, in all the pictures and videos that I've sadly seen, I haven't been majorly spoiled, but I've been a little spoiled. That blue is a big color on the Halcyon, so it looks great.
Yeah, every picture I see of like
green
a
wouldn't
drink,
look good.
it's surrounded by blue. It's like friggin' in here. It's like
It's like a blue hue around the ship. Like, I wouldn't want it to be a green lightsaber. It'd be like, that feels a little out of place.
It would actually probably contrast well, though, like if it was green.
Probably.
But
blue's perfect for it, though.
Blue is perfect. It's elegant. It's kind of what I think of when I think of an elegant lightsaber. I think of blue.
Yeah.
Like Leia's is blue.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan's is blue. The original OG's Youngling Slayer 3000 is blue.
Youngling, yep.
But yeah, it's beautiful. I like it. I'm here for it. I can't wait to get it. But I like the Temple Guard set a lot. Tom has mine. I actually sold it to Tom. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah.
I did. Okay.
Yeah.
I sold it to him because I'm at the point where I was like, all right, I don't think I'm gonna get all the lightsabers. I don't have the Ahsoka one that I want. I didn't have
the white Ahsokas. That's one I want.
One. And other than that, I would have had all of them. But I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna get them all. So I got rid of the ones I didn't love. I did not love that Temple Guard. So like, Tom wanted it and was like not willing to spend $800 right now on one. So I sold it to him for like a little bit more than it was than I paid for it, just because it's like it's in the family. So like.
If you want to wear it one day to Batu or whatever, he'd let you. Like,
I didn't realize how bad they fucked that lightsaber up.
Really? How
Do you remember how? So go on your phone and pull up Jedi Temple Guard lightsaber and look at like a picture of the animated
from Rebels. It briefly shows up in that one
random scene.
Yeah, it's out of nowhere. Like, I don't know. Out of all the sabers produced, why'd they produce that one? I don't know.
It's Tom has a prediction for May the 4th, by the way.
Oh, it's a perfect. Yeah, I love his prediction.
He thinks they're going to do a Master and Apprentice set because of Obi-Wan coming out in a few weeks after that, and it's going to be Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan's.
Which means we finally get your boys Qui-Gon.
Finally. So this is the original one.
Come
on. But
I see the picture from Rebels right now. Oh, I don't like that original one.
Right?
I never noticed how bad it was in comparison.
It's horrible.
The new one's pretty spot on.
It's perfect. The new one is literally like screen accurate. This one, I don't know what the fuck this
old
is.
One is bad.
It's bad.
I never realized it.
That's why it didn't sell that well, I think. It's not even fucking close. Like it's not even close.
No.
So I'm glad I ended up with this one because the box is cool. I got number 51 out of 3,000. Boo, nice low number.
Too bad it's not 66.
I would have loved that. But yeah, so that's cool. I'm ready for Cal's. Like,
yeah, Cal's got to be coming soon. They keep saying it.
Here's the thing, though. They said Cal's wasn't coming alone. That's the rumor.
That is true.
That I kept hearing. So maybe they're waiting on both of them to get here. But I think they had the Temple Guard one come out unexpectedly, and they weren't expecting it. Yeah. And we're getting Cal out.
Maybe their plan was to do Temple and Cal at the same time.
That could have been.
Did Disneyland get this Temple?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, so that's what it is.
They sold out in 24 hours.
Jeez. They did two of that. Well, not 24, but they sold out quick with the shadows. It was like a week, right?
Yeah, those were a week.
Yeah, within a week.
But these are numbered. Once they're gone, they're gone.
Yeah, because they claim the shadow sabers were limited, but they didn't have numbers or anything. They obviously weren't.
That was rumor.
The only limited ones have been Leia and Luke, and then Temple Guard, right?
Those are numbered.
Yeah, those are officially legit numbered.
I got to find a bigger bookshelf now for that thing. I don't know where to put it.
That one is huge.
I don't know where to put it. It's long. It's the size of the freezer.
Yeah, it is.
It's huge.
Put it up here on the table.
Yeah, I thought about moving him and putting it, like, sitting it upright, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
That actually might have to be what I end up doing. I think it's longer than the table, though.
I
really do. I think it is.
Might be. The problem with it is it's white, though. That's going to get dirty quick.
No.
I'm sad about that.
I might just keep it inside.
Yeah, that might be smart.
Just keep it inside.
You even get, like, a plastic case to put around it, maybe.
Yeah.
Like $50.
Why just
Hobby
put some
Lobby.
fucking saran wrap over it?
There you go.
That might actually make it sweat and make the wood.
Good point. Warp it around. Yeah.
But, all right. What else you got?
So.
Oh, by the way, we're not doing a top 10 this week.
No, because we would not want to exclude our ginger friend.
Yeah, we wouldn't have to double back and do the list again. So we're just going to keep it to the one episode just this 1 week until Tom gets back.
Yeah. So Celebration is still officially happening, right?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Okay, because I feel like we haven't got like a Celebration in blank months. So
I know.
I'm a little worried, but at
I'm
the same
not
time,
worried. I just think it's gonna. I'm worried about how they're gonna do media. I don't think they're gonna do media.
Yeah, I'm worried about the availability and like how many spots are open. But I feel like there's just not a lot of hype around it because they're not like saying, yeah, that's still happening this dates, and these hotels are open, and here's the panels. Like, there's no announcements. So I haven't followed Celebration too closely because I've never even thought... I've dreamed about going, but I've never thought it was plausible for me to actually go. But now I do believe that. So I'm trying to follow it, but there's no following around the Celebration, I feel like. So is that normal, or
no,
am I just...
usually it's the hype is like real this time.
Yeah,
like,
there's
we're
like
2
nothing.
months out, but I don't know, man. I think Halcyon's still a lot of the glory right now.
Might be.
I think once that kind of calms down a little bit, May might be wild for us, man. We might have Halcyon and then 3 weeks later Celebration
Halcyon,
and Disneyland.
Kenobi. Yeah.
I know for a fact I'm going to Disneyland this year, before like August.
If I do, it's going to be later in the year. I want to go, but it's going to be much later.
You need to go.
Oh, yeah, of course I do.
It's incredible. You're gonna love it. I know
No,
you've been, but like
it didn't really
it's not
count.
a
It did not count at all. But I...
Get to ride Mr. Toad. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
Mr. Toad, don't even.
you need to go during Disneyland's Halloween season.
That's when I went.
That's
and I didn't do the mansion because I
That's-
want to do the real mansion.
You need to do now that you live here, and we have the better mansion ride.
Yeah, but I'm not a huge Nightmare Before
It doesn't.
Christmas fan.
I'm not either.
I don't
It's
care.
the ride's incredible.
I want to do the OG first, though.
I don't give a flying fuck about that movie. In fact, I think it's
I'd-
completely overhyped. And
I don't like
overrated.
it. I don't like
I don't
it
like
at
it
all.
either. I've seen it twice in my life, and
I
the
was
both
about to say, I
times,
think maybe twice.
the ride
Definitely
though,
once.
They
but-
literally have animatronics that they only use for that, like
which is
full
insane
size
that they're willing to
animatronics.
do that, but then other rides like don't get any
Dude,
animatronics or
it's
they get broken
wild.
ones.
I'm
Like,
telling you, it doesn't even feel like the same ride. It's incredible. They even changed
Noted.
this like the stretching portraits out. Like,
yeah.
It's
I've watched
amazing.
the videos.
Oh, you have?
Yeah,
Dude, it's
I watched
incredible.
Disney Dan's video of every single gingerbread house they've done too.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, he put together all 22, I think it is now, 22 years
He
old.
has such unique ideas for videos.
Yeah, he always thinks differently than everybody.
Yeah,
But
he's a weirdo, and I mean that in the best way
in the best
possible.
way.
I love Dan. He's a good dude.
it's insane how opening day of Halcyon came and went, and like the opening day / the day the spoiler ban like lifted, it was nothing but pictures and pictures and videos that first like 2 days. And now it's like nothing again.
I know. That's why I was like, if I can just survive the first few weeks of it opening,
Yeah, which
I'll
we
be
did.
I'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I
not
did
few
learn
weeks,
a few
but-
things from Lynn, and I can talk a little bit more about it because he's.
I got one more thing, so we'll get this
Oh,
last
sorry,
thing
go
out of the
ahead.
way and then go Halcyon.
Oh,
So
then I
we'll
have a
jump
few
back-
things, and then we'll get into House.
Okay, yeah,
Talk.
so we'll get to Halcyon at the end. But
We'll save that for the end. I keep wanting to talk about it.
I know
it's-
because it's so
I'm
close.
just- I'm
We're
so
all
excited.
so hyped about
You're
it.
way
But
closer. What are you, 12
11
days?
days. Well, this day's basically done. So like
dang.
10 days, 10 and a half days.
That's nuts, dude.
No, so this time in 2 weeks, I'll have seen the finale.
Wow.
Spoiler alert. I mean, we all know what it is. It's the lightsaber battle. So 2 weeks from now, I'm going to be sitting in my room just wiping tears out of my eyes and talking to you on the phone podcast and just being like, you have to see this.
I
Like,
can't wait.
yeah. But my last thing I found this week, which is another rumor, but in the group text, I made a joke. I was like, oh, he's probably done one movie I like. But technically, he has done 2 movies I like. But John Watts, director of the recent Spider-Man trilogy, is rumored to be
Did he
doing
do
a
all
Star
of them?
Wars project. He did all 3 Star Wars Home series. Homecoming,
Star
Far
Wars
From
Home? Oh, Spider-Man Home.
Home,
Sorry,
Spider-Man, yeah.
You said Star Wars. I got
I did,
confused. I didn't know what the
yeah.
hell you're talking about.
But he's rumored to be in Star Wars. And
I'm here for it.
my joke was, I'm sure I'll like one of the movies he's done. I love the first 2 that he did. So, yeah, I mean, I'd be okay if he did. I don't care.
He's a good. I mean, all you need is somebody who understands big budget movies and who's a good director.
Yeah,
that's all you
he's
need.
definitely that.
He's definitely that. So
Yep.
I would be. He's not like the first choice for me. I don't know who would be. For me, if I'm doing a Star Wars movie, I want someone who's done Star Wars already. I would truly give it, and this is such a hacky thing to say, but I mean it. I'd give it to Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni.
Yeah,
Let them co-direct it.
no question.
They could fucking crush it. Like,
Yeah.
no matter what the topic is, like wherever the story takes place. I would love them to do a High Republic movie. Like,
Yes.
that would be incredible.
And it
watching
doesn't
those
have to
two.
be like a story that we've already read. It could just be in that era,
Yeah.
but different story.
I
Like,
wouldn't.
that's fine.
I wouldn't want it to be a story I've already read.
Yeah.
Because it's redundant. Like,
Yeah,
that's why I like when comic book movies change the plots from the.
yeah. And because, I mean, 15, 20 years ago when comic book movies were coming out, we didn't know it was going to be a thing, but it's also a different universe anyway, so let it be different.
Yep.
So that's fine.
Different. And I think the further they get away from the Skywalker saga, the better off they're going to be.
Yeah.
Because even something like Mando, think about how different Mando would be, and it might be better for it to not having include Luke. If you're looking at if I'm saying if you don't like this era of Star Wars, right?
Right.
Like they could have done this in the original trilogy era and not included any of the original characters.
Yeah.
Still would have been, So I think they could do something like that and just get away from them altogether.
Yeah.
That
and
entire era.
we're probably done with Luke and Mando, I'd imagine.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're
We
done.
might pop in Ahsoka every now and then, but I feel like we're done with him and Mando.
I don't think you need anything else.
I don't
think
need anything else, but I think they might give him like 1 or 2 more scenes in Ahsoka.
The only thing I want to see is a flashback of Ben Solo getting dropped off.
Yeah.
That's
It doesn't
the
have to
only
be
thing
the
I wanna
focal
see.
point. Like, it doesn't have to be a 30-minute scene. Like, it just something small that conveys it, you know?
Friend of the family, Ahsoka Tano.
Yeah. What if Maz helps drop him off? That'd be cool.
That'd be very cool.
Yeah. We
I
don't get
mean,
enough Maz.
But,
She's
and we're-
basically just Force Awakens.
yeah.
She should have been Solo. You've
she's
said it
in-
a million times. Like,
She should. I don't know. That was such a weird missed
yeah,
opportunity.
because she acts like she's known Han for 50 years or
And he's
whatever.
not in the original
but it's like,
trilogy. and
how? Where? Why?
the only has she ever said how long she's known him?
No. Well, not that I know of, but she always
I'm trying to
alludes
think
to
in
being
that, in
a
Battlefront
long time.
if they said anything.
Oh
'Cause
yeah,
he's
bearded Han
bearded Han
Solo.
Solo.
Yeah, goofy
Which
beard.
didn't stick.
No, thankfully. That's a little weird. I don't like bearded Solo.
I thought it fit the game, but I wouldn't want to
Yeah.
see Harrison Ford like that. You
No.
know what I mean?
Hairless Ford is what you want to see.
Hairless Harrison Ford,
Harry.
Harry Lip Ford.
Yep.
I rode Rise for the 93rd time today.
Oh, nice. Was it all still broken today? Yep. They're not fixing it, are they?
Kylo was fixed. He was working.
They did. They fixed Kylo. It's not B mode anymore, but
It's the guns still don't work, which
They're
makes
never
it
coming
so
back.
stupid that
they're
you
never. That you scoot backwards and it's like, what are we dodging? There's
the
nothing
people,
to
the
dodge.
people sitting next to me had never ridden it before. It was really cool to watch them take the ride in.
Yeah, it still is because people don't know things are broken, but it's sad.
Fix the probe droid, man.
Oh, he's just stationary now.
It's so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I hate it so much.
It's such a simple thing. Like, it's just on like a cable, just like a winch.
It's not even a cable,
like,
dude.
It's in the wall.
It's
Like,
in
there's
the
an
wall.
arm
It's
in the
like
wall.
The arm in the wall. He's
Yeah, it
fixing into
just
the wall.
pulls him up and down. Yeah, so it's not really a
To
cable.
hydrate. It's got to be like hydraulics or
Yeah, it can't be that
air
hard.
powered or something. Like I don't understand why it's such a fucking.
Yeah.
It's not even a hard effect to get across, but that was cool. I'm happy. I'm trying to get to 100 before the Halcyon because I really
May
wanna do
4th
it
is when you're gonna do, or May 3rd is when you'll be doing the Halcyon or
for
the
100th time.
Halcyon 100th rise. That's pretty cool.
Is
Which
that-
they've said there's like contingency plans. I mean, we keep going back to Halcyon, but if you have, you're going to ride rise
Well,
and
this
it
is a big
breaks
question.
down.
This is a big question we both had. About,
Yeah, and
about this.
we've heard that there's contingency plans. Like, you get a lightning lane for another day to come back and do it, but it also there's a different story they'll give you, different plans, different things happen to you when you're on Batu.
I really hope for a smooth sailing trip on Batu
Ugh, me
on
too.
the Halcyon because I just don't want to deal with it. Although it would be kind of interesting if you're the first person that this has happened to.
Well, there's no way you'll be the first. 2 months from now,
No, man.
I'm sure Rise will be broken down one time between now and then.
I'm not thinking about Rise. I'm just thinking like other stuff. Like,
Right.
what if the bridge doesn't work for a
Yeah,
afternoon
there's
or
got to
something?
be.
There's
That's.
gotta be
I got a
stuff.
long list of questions that I'm going to be taking notes like while I'm there, and that's one of them. Or what are B modes for the Halcyon? Like, and I'm not going to know until I come home and watch everyone's YouTube videos
Yeah.
from opening day. When I'm like, oh, that didn't happen for
I
me.
know. You know it's going to change between now and
Yep,
then.
and that's why you got to do Disney things
Immediately.
early, ASAP. You got to do it before they don't care anymore, which doesn't
This
take long.
one I don't think they have a choice because it's not like like I get what you're saying like of course there's going to
They
be
got a
stuff that
choice.
they like stop.
They got to
with.
put their foot down on something, but
I don't think it's this, man.
Do
It's
they?
just there's no way. There's so much money pouring into it. Like
Yeah.
you don't have an excuse, and everyone knows what you're paying. It's
Yeah.
not like Space Mountain's down. You can go ride Buzz Lightyear, and then people will then come back, and it'll be up and running.
that's true.
This is a 2-day, very brief thing. You have
And it's
no
all scheduled
leeway.
out. So like,
Exactly.
if
And you
something
have-
doesn't work, it's like you
There's
can't
not like
watch it 20 minutes later.
there's not like we could comp your room tomorrow. You know what I mean?
They should. That'd be cool.
But like that's not an option. So
Yeah.
like it has to work.
Yeah.
Like there's no
Or there have to be great B modes in place to take over.
that's interesting.
Which
Well,
it's easier to fix when your effects are screen based. It's
Yeah.
easier to have because it's not going to break down that much, but it's also
unless you
easier
get
to
the
have.
Windows like unless some shit breaks down completely, like that would be wild.
Yeah.
I hope we don't get nuked between now and my time on the Halcyon.
Ugh, don't even.
Ugh, it's getting scary again.
Yeah.
Do you see the stuff today?
Nah, really. I avoid it, but I know about it. Like if
He
that
like
makes sense.
basically threatened us again
Yeah.
with nukes. It's like getting wild.
Yeah.
I'm paraphrasing, but it's not.
Right.
It's
No,
not
I know what you mean.
All right, I got some new stuff here. Disney revealed the cover for Padawan, a new novel focused on young Obi-Wan Kenobi training with Qui-Gon Jinn.
Quiggin.
Looks dope.
Yeah.
I forgot to actually shoot the picture there, screenshot the picture. But I'm excited. This will be a book I cannot wait for. I forget who's writing this one. Oh yeah, Kirsten White.
Huh.
So that'll be interesting.
Yeah, that is.
Anything with Qui-Gon and them, I'm here for.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find.
That's good timing for Kenobi. Qui-Gon's got to be popping in there.
Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga appears at IGN Fan Fest. This game looks fantastic. I cannot wait. I also can't wait for people to get mad that Rey is is front and center. They're gonna get real weird about that for whatever reason.
People.
I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the upcoming release schedule that Walt Disney Studios put out. Did you see this? There's a bunch of Star Wars movies that are coming out relatively soon, maybe before or after Eclipse.
Yeah, but that's still not set in stone. So yeah,
it never is. This thing changes so crazy. But I wanted to throw you a few things here. There is a Star Wars movie scheduled for. We're not even scheduled to get a Star Wars movie until. Is this right? 2025. And then again in 2027.
4 years from now.
So there's not even
3 years. I'm
a
stupid.
possibility
Don't
of a
make me do
live-action Star Wars movie until 2025.
3 years? I mean, I buy that.
That's nuts, dude. And
That
then the
means
next
there's
one's not
none in
until
production.
2027 after that.
I buy that too. Like, there's none in production right now, and it takes 2 or 3 years to make a movie. So
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think it's like 3 to 4 actually, because of all the pre-production and crap that goes into, especially a Star Wars.
Unless
movie.
they're just going to use the volume for the whole movie, then they could cut like a year off. I feel like if that's the case, yeah.
But I don't know. Would that hold up on screen like that though? Like I think it works because it's TV. It looks cheaper on TV.
Well, they put out episodes of Mando for like the press and media in the theater.
That's true. They
and
do show it like that.
They said it was good, so I mean, hey, it could work.
That's true. I didn't think about that, but you're right. Yeah, that's where media screenings were.
They should just do that. Like next Disney Plus Day, do a good Disney Plus Day, and be like, "Here's season 1 of Mando for $30 at AMC or whatever." You know, just
I would do it.
Yeah, I would go
see
watch
it
it
on the big screen.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that'd be amazing to see Mando on the big screen. That's something I wish they would do.
Yeah.
Also, I wish they would physically release Mandalorian.
Yeah, I've said that before. I'd buy. It doesn't matter what series it is. I've even bought season 1 of Resistance on DVD. Like Star Wars media, I'm gonna buy the physical copy of, no matter what it is.
I didn't buy that.
I did. I'd buy season 2 if I can find it.
I need to buy the Clone Wars. Is it like a box set?
I think there is. I don't have that. I have the Clone Wars movie, but I don't have any of the season or the seasons, and I don't have Rebels either.
I've never watched the Clone Wars movie. I've tried.
Yeah, you don't really need it.
I can't. I've tried.
All you need to know is they give Anakin Ahsoka. You're good.
It happens early on in the movie too.
Yeah, it's like the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So like
it might be less than that.
I think it is. Yeah, like maybe 5.
He doesn't want her, and like I get it.
Well, at first he doesn't think she's his, and then he's like, "Wait, mine? Like what?" He thinks she's Obi-Wan's. She's like, "But you already have me, Master." And he's like, "She's yours, Anakin."
She's not for me, Anakin.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk Halcyon because that's all I got. Of course, we can't go an episode without talking about the Halcyon.
Last thing, we keep doing this. Last thing, what do you think the reasoning was for Book of Boba Fett having none of the theme song for Boba Fett from the original trilogy? Why don't they use his original theme?
What's his original theme?
They played in Empire. It's like da 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 da. Like,
I never thought that was Boba Fett.
Yeah, it is.
That's technically Boba Fett's theme.
Yeah. I can't sing it right. Yeah, that's it. I'm tone deaf. But
see, to me, that's the music from Shadows of the Empire.
Oh, I haven't played that game.
It's just like a dark side theme, I thought.
Yeah, that's where they've kind of started using it, but it's really him. They use it for his introductions.
Huh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not in Book of Boba Fett, but hey, okay.
Well, I think maybe because no one knows it's Boba Fett's fucking theme song.
Possibly, I guess.
I can't believe you never played Shadows of the Empire. You should you should just like watch a playthrough.
That's
of it.
what I need to do because I don't play video games.
You
that
get to play
often,
through Echo Base. It's cool.
Yeah,
as shit.
True.
It's awesome. I didn't want to get N64. I really want to buy an N64 and a GameCube, mostly because I want to play Rogue Squadron again.
Yeah,
and I want to play the Rogue Squadron on GameCube because that game was the shit. Doing the trench run, so great. All right, what else did you have? Was that the last thing?
Yeah, we can get to the Halcyon finally, and we talked about it a little bit when I ran into you at studios.
We talked about it for like 30 minutes today already.
We talked about a lot about it, but one of the first things I said is like, I could be wrong.
I love running into you guys in the parks when we don't know the other one's there. It's so
cool.
exciting. I was like, oh, hey.
That's the joy of living here. It's
That's
like,
great.
oh, yeah, you live here. You're just going to the park, too. Sure.
You run into people here like people run into people at the store.
Yeah,
You're
right?
Like, hi.
Or at the mall. It's like, oh, what are you shopping for today?
Yep.
And literally, that's what it is with us. What lightsaber are you buying today? But so one of my biggest fears, and you said, hey, it could be in a different shuttle, but the RX droid, like, I'm so afraid that was a budget cut.
I'm surprised you haven't looked to see yet if it's in there.
Yeah, I know.
That way you're not disappointed when you're on it.
But if I
would
am,
know already.
like,
You know what I
if
mean?
that's my biggest disappointment, I'll still be okay. As much as I love RX droids, I'll still be like, oh, they took that money and put it here. Like, I'll be able to see where the money went.
I think people are...
And I'll be okay with that kind of budget cut, you know?
It'd be cool if there were some animatronics on there, but I don't think there are.
No, I'd rather have roaming R2 astromech droids than have
I don't even know if
another-
that's a thing. That's how little I know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they said one of the characters is an astromech droid, and they're selling a miniature version of him, SK620.
He could be on screen, though. That's
true. Because the protocol droid is on screen. Like, I think they even announced that. Yeah.
No, I don't know.
So
I'm truly trying to stay away from everything. I got told one. So I was talking to Lynn. Where I called him. He called me the other day.
He went on the opening cruise.
He went opening day cruise.
Non-media.
The first paid cruise. He paid his $5,000 American dollars, which is surprising because I thought he would have done the suite. And then I heard how much the suite. Well, when you hear how much it is, it's
this
$20,000.
blew me away. $20,000.
$20,000. The only way it's worth it is you can cram 8 people in there.
Right.
And then you're paying what you would pay for a normal thing.
Yep.
For 2 people, and you have this big ass room.
But I don't know if I could get 8 people
I saw
together.
a room preview of that. Like I watched saw photos from a room review of it, and it's cool, but it ain't $20,000 cool.
Because you're not even going to spend that much time in there anyway.
And that's exactly what Lynn said.
Yeah.
Lynn said the very first day. I urge everyone who's listening to this. It's a little spoilery. The thing that he told me about Batu, which made me change my mind, because you guys know I wasn't even planning on doing Batu. I was going to just go over and ride Rise and do the shuttle over just to see that. But
and go get some free food at Woody's Lunchbox.
Yeah, go to get a Monte Cristo at Woody's Lunchbox.
R.I.P. Monte Cristos.
I wasn't even going to go, and now it's the only thing I can think of.
Man, only thing? Like, and not literally, but it's the
thing
top
I'm
of your
most
thing.
excited for.
Wow.
100%.
That's insane.
And I'm so glad he told me what it is, because if I swear to you, like I know I told you this earlier, like I'm telling you, you have to do this. You have to. Jeez. I know you don't want to run around Batu all day.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, you have to. I almost want to tell you what it is.
And you said it took him 4 hours on Batu to do everything?
To do everything. And
that's
that included,
not horrible,
That
though.
included eating, too.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not going to eat on Batu. I'm getting that box to go. Grabbing my Ronto to go.
I'm going to eat. Is the Ronto what they give you at the hotel?
You can get... No, there's no Ronto on the Halcyon.
While you're there, you're going to get
at Docking Bay 7, you get a free... Well, included, not free. Included meal. Yeah. Get it to go. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, I think I might do the same.
Because then they have more lunch food.
You can double dip lunch, by the way.
Yeah, you can get more lunch food on the Halcyon.
They said that Lynn said no matter what you want at any time, you got it. Like a real cruise.
You're taking advantage of that.
Me too. I'll be walking around at 3 a.m. with a Ronto wrap or something.
Living the dream.
Did you see the prepackaged stuff you can kind of take?
No.
There's prepackaged
stuff too? Oh,
yeah.
Bringing a suitcase just for food.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
So it took him 4 hours, and that's including lunch.
Please just do it, please.
Oh, I'm gonna. Yeah.
Okay, please.
I wasn't going to question it before. I was just gonna for the hell of it, and then you told me I have to. So I'm like, now I have to.
Have to.
Yeah, yeah. I mean that includes.
I went out as far as to say it's just hearing Lynn describe it, and the way he was choked up to me talking about it when he was getting off the show. He literally called me as he was getting off.
Oh, that's awesome.
And
you got that raw emotion
because he was telling me all about his backstory, and he's so crazy. He basically his backstory was he was through a series of events. This guy Hank Lonely, which is a play on Hans.
Yep.
Hank Lonely was a star of 9 films called Space Wars: Robots in Space. And by a complete coincidence, it is the exact events of all 9 episodes of Star Wars.
Inside the Star Wars universe.
The Star Wars universe, which makes it a documentary, and no one goes to see documentaries. So that's how no one has seen his movies.
So it's basically Spaceballs.
And he had, essentially, and he printed out headshots.
That's why he had headshots. Okay, I forgot his backstory, and you told me he had headshots. I'm like, why?
He had
So he was an
headshots,
actor.
and he was handing out and signing headshots for people.
I couldn't do this.
And he
Like,
said,
as
he
weird
said-
and nerdy and geeky, I can't.
he said that people were acknowledging him throughout the week, like throughout the 2 days. I'm your biggest fan. I'm your biggest
Cast
fan.
members on
Yeah,
that, and guests too. I wonder what if guests were too. That would have been awesome if other guests were like, Hank, I love this movie. I love your work in this.
The Legend of Hank Lonely.
So what if, can we reference other past guests on that when we go? Can we be like,
I don't know.
Well, how does that
My
work?
assumption is that the story starts over like Batu.
yeah,
Is
because
like
it's the same voyage.
Batu is a
over and
story
over.
every day, and every day is
Yeah,
like starting the movie
It's
over
Groundhog's
again.
Day.
Yep.
Yep, every day in Batu.
So I don't think so. I think we're the only ones that are there.
Okay. They'd be like, who's Hank Lonely? I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
Okay. That'd be funny, though, if they're like, oh, yeah, I watched his movie. That would be great.
Hank Lonely.
We need to ask him if he had, like, one cast member that really, like,
Yes, he
dug
did.
into it.
He
and
did.
we could
dug
find
into
that.
it like in a bad way.
No, like, did that, like,
Oh,
played into it. I
He
should've
says
said.
her name on the show.
Okay,
I forget what her name is.
if we see her, maybe we can be like, so about that Hank Lonely.
Do you ever know Hank? You know intergalactic film star Hank Lonely?
That
I
would be
think I think
great.
what we need to start doing is every time we go, we have to ask about Hank Lonely. So
Yes.
they're like, "Who the fuck is Hank Lonely?" People are like,
People are going to start thinking he's really
I
canon.
know.
They're going to be like, is there a comic about this guy? Who is he? That'd
The
be great.
The Adventures of Hank Lonely.
He needs he needs like a dog friend, not
know.
Chewbacca, but like Bite Baka or
Chewy, like what's something else?
Bitey.
Food. Spitty, Chewy and Spitty,
maybe not Spitty, not
Munchie?
Swallowy either.
Munchie,
Munchie,
Chewy, Munchie,
Yeah, Munchie's perfect.
Hank Lonely and Munchie.
But when you said $20,000 for that room, I was like, nope, I'm out. Because like earlier today, I was like, man, next time I go, maybe I'll upgrade rooms, get a bigger room. But like, nope, not for that.
The only way I would do it, like I said, is if 8 of us go.
I don't know if we could. Do we have 8 people?
We have 6.
Tom, well, if that's including like
Kyle and his
Holly,
girl.
Courtney,
Kyle, and
Kyle?
his girl.
Kyle. Okay, I don't know her fandom. I don't know if she wants to go.
I mean, I
And
don't
like
know.
if Alex finally gets here, Alex would be awesome to go. So
It's got to be 8 people though.
If
because
that all happens, 8 people go. I'm down.
the next
but-
time I'm doing Halcyon is when they do the Disney Dish Halcyon.
Oh, that'd be amazing to go
The
with
Return
them.
of Hank Lonely. So great.
I
But
mean, they're doing the Disney Dish on the Disney Wish
Yeah.
coming up soon, so that's an actual cruise. So it'd be awesome for them to do the
yeah,
Star Cruise.
I gotta go on Star Cruiser.
That'd be
That's
amazing.
gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna talk to Len about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I am very impressed with what I heard. People who notoriously hate on Disney and Star Wars in
Have
general.
either been silent or said good things?
I've only seen good things. I haven't seen any complaints.
Yeah.
Of course, someone's gonna be like, "It's not that great," but
Yeah. Well, and you said Len said it's worth the money. It's
He
worth
said it's
two
worth-
and a half thousand.
he said it's worth the 5
It's worth 5
on the
even.
podcast because he
Wow.
told me he was talking to me. He goes, I think if you're looking to spend $2,500 on a vacation, there are better ways to get more out of that money than you get out of the Star Cruiser experience,
Yeah.
which is true and fair.
Yeah, if you're like traveling the world, obviously you can see
And he says
Italy
you
or
should do
whatever,
that before you spend money on a Star Cruiser
Too late.
because it's like you get this perspective. It's traveling. That's the whole point of traveling is
Yeah.
to see things in a different way, right?
Yeah.
He's not
I mean,
wrong.
I've seen all of the U.S. and some of Canada,
I
so
haven't.
I haven't seen that much. But
See, but he's like he was like you should see the Pacific Northwest, Hawaii, Alaska.
I haven't done Hawaii.
You should see
but
those things first.
Too late.
And this, I mean, that's just his like, I don't know if he means like before, like I know what he's saying. Like you get more out of that than you would this for the money.
Yeah.
But he goes for what I got. Can't ask for any better. He said
Yeah.
there was nothing he could improve
And wow.
except the bed. He wants a firmer bed or a softer bed.
Then again, we're only going to sleep like 5 hours collectively the
He
whole
said
trip.
the first day they didn't go back to their hotel room till 11 p.m. And you get
Sweet.
you get on at 1.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm
So
down
it's
for
10
that.
hours.
Which also
straight. He
means
said 10 hours straight of gameplay.
it's such a weird line to walk because like I want to look up information so I know like when I can go get this thing for my room.
I just don't
but,
want to
like,
see anything.
Yeah, I
Like,
don't want-
I know that Kylo Ren and Rey are there. I
Yeah,
know the First
yeah,
Order's there. I
yeah.
just don't want to see how, where, when it happens.
Yeah.
I don't care. You can tell me. That's what
But-
I'm telling you. I cannot. I'm so because I'm thankful he told me on the phone Because if he told me on the podcast, I would have fast forwarded and not heard it. Because once they started talking story, I fast forwarded to the end.
Yeah, of course.
I fast forward through Captain's Table stuff too because I don't want to hear that because I want to know what that's a surprise.
And he
thing
said
I'm
that's a
excited
must
for.
do.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to find it for you next week. You got to.
I'm gonna try too, but like I won't have as much time because I'm working a lot.
Got
but if
you,
you
bro.
have time, I'd love it.
Got you.
I would love
you.
it. Because like you told me that those big ass medallions are from Captain's Table.
Yeah.
And I've heard rumors from people that went saying no, they're only media. But then I was like, I saw them 3 days after media. So how did those people get them? So I was like, maybe they're selling them in the gift shop, but they're from Captain's Table. So because I was gonna buy one if it was in the gift shop.
Yeah, they're cool.
I want
they're
one
huge.
Of those.
They're
Yeah.
like the palm of your hand. It's nuts. So, even people I typically disagree with said it was the first time that Disney. It was WW News today. I'll just say who it was. I think it was. I'm assuming it was Tom Corliss writing.
This is the only time I'm gonna watch his video. I never watch him on YouTube,
I didn't
but I want
watch
to see
it.
his thoughts just because he
I read
hates it. And
He
I wanna
hates
see-
everything.
Yeah,
So like, he said it was the first time in a long time he's not wanted to leave. Like, not like I don't think he means like in a mean like, but like or not want to leave. Didn't want it to be over.
oh, okay.
Like where like you get to a point every time you're like, all right, I'm done. Like even on rides, like have you ever been on a roller coaster that's too long
Yeah.
and you're like just talking to the
I
person
can't
next to you
think of
during
it
it?
right now, but I know I have.
Like you're just talking to the person next to you. You're like, this ride, when's this gonna be over? Like,
Yeah.
but
I mean, it's not comparable to any of this, but like it's bad for a lot of reasons. But Cat in the Hat was like way too long.
I
And
love
it's
Cat in the
bad
Hat.
too, but like it's too long.
Oh,
I was
I
like,
love that
are we
ride.
done? Are we done?
I love
Like,
Cat in the Hat. It's so bad, it's great.
It's horrible.
It's the worst.
I would imagine that's what Fast and the Furious is like, but I haven't been on it, so
Oh no. Oh
No?
no.
no.
It's nothing like that.
Dang. Is it still the worst? Because
Yeah.
I just want to write it because it's the opposite
You have to
goat.
write it.
Yeah,
It's the worst thing ever.
I need to write
It's so insane to me that came after Harry Potter.
Yeah. And also, the franchise is called Fast and the Furious.
And you don't really move.
So you just sit in front of a screen? Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
The only cool thing about that is the first part where it looks like the illusion that you're driving, that you're riding on it. Now, to be fair, I was really drunk when I went on it, so I could have just thought it was
Corona,
cooler than
right?
it looked.
Sponsored by Corona, like the movies? You're drinking because you're part of the family.
Oh, I'm part of the family, yeah.
Yeah.
So I was drinking bourbon to get away from the family because it
Oh,
was
okay.
terrible. No, I was lit that night. I remember that specifically because I remember like I'm riding this drunk, I'm not gonna remember it, and I remember thinking that, and I remembered it.
And now you do remember it.
And now I haven't had a drink in 2 weeks. Dude, I'm down 10 pounds.
Yeah, that's the easiest
from
way to lose
just
weight.
not drinking.
Yep, that's insane.
That's how much I was drinking.
No. Yes, but also that's the easiest way to lose weight. I did that too. It wasn't 10. I think I lost like 6 because I started drinking less.
I have completely changed my diet, man. I feel so much better.
Yeah, it's
I'm
the
not
easiest thing to
drinking.
do.
I'm eating good shit. Like my breakfast in the morning is zucchini and tomatoes.
Oh, dang. You're eating better than I am.
I'm eating clean as fuck. Today was the first time I've had anything that wasn't vegetables in a week.
You splurged. You had that
I had
chocolate,
Portillo's.
peanut butter, banana tart.
And I'm so mad at her. She was supposed to help me eat half that. She didn't eat a fucking bite of it. So I ate a whole goddamn Pop-Tart thing. But I
Yeah.
got home and I was like, all right. And so I went to Portillo's and I got Portillo's for dinner.
You're allowed like one bad thing every now and then.
That's what-
That's why I
Saturday's
ate
my
that
day.
giant donut thing the other day. You know,
Saturday's my day, man.
Yeah.
I let it go for like 1 or 2 meals. We had sushi today, and I was like making sure I didn't eat more than 1,000 calories of sushi, which is easy for me to do.
Yeah, it's easy for anybody to do.
But,
Sushi's good.
Sushi's so goddamn good.
That's insane to me though. Remember like a year and a half ago, I was like, I don't know about sushi. I can't find it. And you're like, you haven't had good sushi. And it's true because now I've had good sushi.
It's night and day. I think that's
Yeah.
that's one of the rare foods where it's like not rare, but like
There's a
from
spectrum.
mediocre
you know?
to good
There's
is
a
such a
huge-
huge leap.
Yep.
It's so huge.
Yeah.
It's such a big difference. Like that place we go. I'm not going to say the name of it because just reasons. But
Yeah,
it's
but-
just so good.
You know, when you have like, I love all cheeseburgers, and I know you love them more than me, and you can break them down big time. But like, I love a McDonald's cheeseburger, but then I love a Gibson's Steakhouse cheeseburger. Like,
Yeah.
I love all cheeseburgers.
And they're both. That feels more similar than mediocre and good sushi.
Yeah, if you get if you get that equivalent of sushi versus that equivalent of sushi, there's a huge gap, and
You know
you're
what I've
like,
always
I don't
thought
like
was
that, but
really
I like that.
cool. How like specifically fast food restaurants can have something that tastes just like that. Like
Yeah.
I couldn't make at home a burger from McDonald's that tasted like a burger from McDonald's.
No,
you know what
yeah.
I mean?
You'd have
Like,
to
it has
try,
a
and
very
you still
specific
couldn't.
taste. You
Yeah.
can't. It's like
Yeah.
it's just whatever is that chemical makeup.
Maybe I
literally,
don't want to know. Yeah.
Literally, is just like Who
Yeah.
doesn't crave a Big Mac? Or their fries.
They're good. Their fries are good.
And they'll like, this is how we make them. And you can try it
And
at
you're
home.
like, okay, let me try.
And
it's
it
like,
doesn't come out
how?
the same.
Yeah. But then you
It's
can
so
do that with
wild.
a Ronto wrap, and it tastes the same. So it's something about like those restaurants.
Doing Ronto wraps this week too, because it's not that bad for you. It's like pork.
Yeah.
The worst thing is the sausage.
Yep.
And pita bread's not horrible for you. It's like, especially if you don't eat 30 of them. You have one of them.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna try the.
You should
breakfast
branch
one
out and try the breakfast one and
try
try
it.
like all. Yeah, try to make all of
I'm
them.
gonna try to make them both.
Yeah.
Is there anything you do want spoiled for you from the Halcyon that I might know?
That's a great question.
I really wish I could tell you what this thing was, because you'll freak the fuck out. I'm so bummed that like I'm not gonna be the one to tell you what this is.
But I'm gonna get to see it in,
I know.
in 10 days.
You're gonna lose your
I'm
fucking.
gonna
I keep
know.
forgetting you're only 10 days away.
Yeah, I do too. That's why I had to get that costume done last night. Because I'm like, I don't have time this week, and I like next week I don't have time. I'm like, I gotta finish it now while I have a chance. And also, like, if it messed up and I broke something, I'd still have a week to go buy new stuff and fix it.
I need to remind me the day before you go to send you money for the 2 glasses.
Right.
Because
So there's one with a logo and one without a logo.
I think so. There's like the one that's the gift shop version of it. I think I'd have to double check on that,
Which is
'Cause
probably
I've
more
seen
expensive.
2 different articles. I saw merch, and I don't know if this was that just with all the other merch stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm just misremembering it with the logo on it. But there is the 2. We want the 2 ones that are at the bar.
Okay.
So you get a free drink on us, both
Well,
of you.
You don't.
They
gotta
look
do that.
huge too. Have you
Yeah,
seen them?
yeah.
It looks awesome.
Yeah,
Are
it's
you
like a
gonna-
fishbowl. Like you're holding
Yeah.
like a fishbowl in your
Are
hand.
you guys
like-
gonna get those?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you.
I'm just hoping it's gonna be good because I'm gonna end up drinking like 4 of them to get
Who
the cups.
cares, bro?
But
Go get after it.
I guess, yeah. But
I love that everything's included. Like everything.
yeah,
like,
you
I
even
was-
get a free alcoholic drink at Docking Bay
Yeah.
7. That's insane.
That's just because it's part of the dining plan they give you.
Yeah.
It's literally the same dining plan used to have 1 alcoholic drink.
Yep.
With some of those dining plans.
And then
so
you
it's cool.
get a space Coke or space bottled water when you're going back to the Halcyon.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty cool.
All your water and stuff, like all those things are included. You get snacks while you're on Batu. Did you know that? You can
No.
go up and get like soda on Planet too.
No, wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
There's no way all these perks last, right? Like they'll take
Oh, it has
that.
to. This is
That'll
what
be
you're
the
paying
stuff
for.
that goes first. Is like you don't get this free bottle water. You don't get this free Coke.
Dude, the whole point of it being an all-inclusive thing for the most part is one of the things that they can't change, and actually they should expand upon.
They
Like,
should
you'll,
expand.
You'll
but
see. You'll see. I promise you'll see an alcohol package. I promise you.
I'd buy it.
I would do.
Yeah.
100%. Because like it's just the performance that is expensive. The drinks
Yeah.
themselves are not
The
expensive.
drinks and food.
Lynn's sister Christina said that they're not strong, and I'm like, oh man,
Dang.
it's kind of upsetting. But they're
Yeah.
cool. They're really cool to look at. Like
She knows food. She is good with food.
there's one that sounds really cool. Do you care if I tell you this?
We broke them down a week or 2 ago. But
This one was a little different.
Okay. Go ahead. Yeah. Like
It's
food and merchandise. Tell me everything.
Okay.
But story, theme, the way the characters. Don't tell me that stuff.
I cannot wait to hear you on the second night. I cannot wait to hear you talk
Yeah,
about
I'm gonna
what-
see the finale and
you're
call you
gonna-
guys at like midnight.
You're going to
and-
see the thing that I'm telling you about, which is day 2 as well.
Yeah, that's on me too. So I'll have
cannot.
I've done everything except eat breakfast and go home.
I can't
when I
wait.
talk to you.
I cannot wait.
Man,
What was I talking about?
the drink that you wanted to tell me about and the
Oh, yeah.
food and the merch.
So
Those are the
according-
things I want to know everything.
According to Lynn, one of the drinks has like Mustafarian lava in it.
Okay.
And so they have to like take it out and like over like with like these like like holders because it's like supposed to be condensed lava
Yeah,
that you can pour into your drink, and it
That's
looks
cool.
really really cool.
that's cool.
All the drinks look fantastic. It's just everything
Yeah.
looks so good. You gotta get the Captain's Tail. You gotta.
Man, I mean, I was on the fence and I was like, I'll do it next time. But now that like you and Lynn are saying it's a must, I'm like,
I'm only saying it's a must
now I
because
just
he
kinda-
said it's a
well,
must.
true, yeah. 'Cause you
I
haven't done it
yet.
but yeah, but like because it's a must, I'm like, all right.
He's a foodie. Like we're very similar on food taste.
Yeah, yeah. And also, we haven't said it yet, I don't think, on the show, but you and I have talked about it. Like, Len, he likes Star Wars, but he doesn't. It's not like his thing, you
No.
know. He's seen the movies, you know, like that
I think
kind of.
this might be his gateway in.
It might be.
I really think
and you,
so.
you said he was crying, like
Yeah, he did the lightsaber
just
training.
being a basic fan, basic in a good way. I'm not saying like basic, like
Yeah.
you know, in a good way. And he was in tears, like
That's just
We're gonna
he
be-
told me, he goes, Brad, you're gonna freak out.
we're gonna cry for 3 days.
Yeah.
That should be the title of my video. I
He
paid
was-
$5,000 to cry for 3 days.
He was tearing up talking about the lightsaber training. I think it was the part of, and I was like getting emotional. I'm like, fuck, if this dude's getting this emotional.
Yeah. Can you imagine if you and your dad go together?
Oh man, I wish we were. That was the original plan.
Man.
Was that we were supposed to go together, and then it fell through because of the cost. He was like, I just can't right now. I'm like, it's fine, I get it. But I got old Tom, big brother Tom coming.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to talk about? We did an hour.
Anything about merch that you know, like let me know, because I don't know a ton about the merch. I know I'm gonna buy a lot. I just don't know like all the little things.
I told you the Legacy Shield.
Legacy Shield, yeah.
I don't remember if there's anything else. You know, there's the full size droid of SK260, right?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm buying him.
The lightsaber, obviously.
Buying that.
Oh, the blankets.
Yeah, you told me about that.
The blankets are cool. So inside of the cabins in the bunk
those little
beds,
built into the wall bunk beds.
Yeah, they have these cool little like white sleeping bag blanket looking things. I can't tell if it's a blanket or a sleeping bag. But this was the thing that Lynn said was so cool that he wanted one, and they didn't have them yet for sale. They're still stuck in the Atlantic somewhere.
Wow, on opening day.
Yep.
Hopefully they do by the 17th.
And you can throw it up on and Shop Disney, and people can buy it 60 days after.
I'd buy it on the Shop Disney if I can't get it when I go.
60 days before or 30 days after.
Okay, so you got 3 months ish. You can buy it.
Yeah, 3-month window to buy stuff. But he's like, we wanted to see how much they would charge your room if you just took one, because the only reason we didn't is because we didn't know if they had like a closet of these.
Right. If the ones they're selling are still in the Atlantic, that means they probably don't have a lot.
I didn't want to ruin it for somebody else. I'm like, it's totally fair. I get it.
Yeah. I want more stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like I've got enough. I don't own them myself, but there's enough Jedi tunics, Jedi robes.
Yeah.
Like, give us more stuff like blankets. Like, how many?
Yeah.
Is that the first in-universe blanket ever? Like,
no, there's a Black Spire one.
Oh, true.
Yeah,
But still, there's not many. It's like 2 or 3 in-universe blankets.
It's really cool. Did you see the gift card?
No.
Oh.
So it's like Spira, but new, different.
It's fucking
I'm taking
dope.
both my Spira. I'm loading them up, the silver and the bronze one.
My bronze one doesn't scan.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm very upset about it.
Man. Whoa.
Chandrilla Starline.
Yes, I'm getting that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Minimum, it's only $15.
Whoa.
Lynn said that the merchandise for the quality was worth. He goes, it's not.
That's what I thought too. Like the saber, that's a cheap price, and the droid, $100.
Saber's not cheap. Saber's $170.
Oh, that's right. We talked about the droid. Was what I was like, $100
The
for a
droid
droid?
is cheap.
Like,
yeah,
give me
droid
that.
was less expensive.
I'm not gonna hesitate on that. Like,
No.
Yeah.
I don't know if he said this on his podcast, so I need to listen to it again. So I was gonna say something, but I'm not going to.
Be safe. Don't say it. Yeah. You
because
can tell me
I
after if you want to tell me. But
I don't want to hear anything. I think I told you. I have told you.
Okay. Man. Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that if and when we can on a later date. But anything else, man?
Yeah. No, I mean I'm kind of torn if I should keep my Oga's reservation if you still end up going to Oga's. Because people have said, not just Lynn, like other people have said, you go to Oga's on a mission. So it's
you just walk in? They just let you walk in?
I don't know how it works. If someone guides you in, a cast member comes in, or I'm sure you're not there to stay. I think you're there to like get something and leave.
Yeah.
So you're not taking up tables.
Yeah.
I think you're there to go.
But can you just walk, like Halcyon Pen, you just walk in?
That would be awesome.
Because I know, like, with the data pad they give you, it's like they're tracking you because they want to know what you've done. Because, one thing he said to do was, no matter what, volunteer for everything.
Yeah.
Volunteer for every single thing that will get you more involved. That'll lead you down the. Everyone's story is going to be different. He literally said that, like, his story, what he experienced and what his sister experienced were 2 completely different stories.
That's crazy.
Even down to, like, the questions that the in-room droid asked you.
Whoa. Okay. That's
cool. Did you know about the in-room droid?
No, it's probably the protocol droid, I'd imagine.
I don't know what it looks like, or
that's my guess.
How they interact with it and anything like
I
that.
bet it's just a touch screen with a protocol droid on it. Like it's probably that.
Yeah, we'll see.
So that's like Taylor and I are gonna have 2 different stories, even though.
What's her character's name? We meant to ask this earlier. We forgot.
So of course her name is Taylor. Her real name is Taylor Ramsey. So we did the classic Star Wars thing of putting a name in reverse. So her last name instead of Ramsey is Yesmar. And
that's a good Star Wars name.
Her first name instead of Taylor is Tayla. So Tayla Yesmar.
Taylot?
Yeah, Tayla Yesmar.
That's not backwards.
No, so like the first name didn't flip and go backwards.
Oh.
The last name instead of Ramsey is Yesmar.
Yesmar. Say it again.
Tayla Yesmar.
Tayla?
Yeah. Tayla.
Taylor Resmar.
Yesmar. Yesmar.
Gotcha. That's a good last name.
Yeah.
It's a
I
good
like it
last
too.
name. What's her story?
She's from Karelia, and it works because...
Yeah, both from Karelia?
No, I'm from Chandrilla.
Chandrilla, okay.
And it works because she decided to be a jeweler. She makes jewelry for Karelia. And she's gone to Batu to help Jewels of Bith with their jewelry. So she's visited Batu and done both.
Interesting.
And it works.
Was that her idea?
No, I don't think so. Well, the jewelry part was. But I was like, hey, what if you go to Batu and help them with their shop? You know, and she's like, oh, yeah, I like that. And it works because she actually used to work on Batu. So, like, in real life. So, like, it's a cool tie into her actual life.
Hope she's ready to run around Batu like a crazy person. Yeah,
probably
one
not.
thing he said...
Are they going to separate us? Because she's probably not going to be okay with that. Hey, as much as I love her, I'm going to be okay with it because that's part of it.
If you don't do what they want you to do for this, you're gonna hate yourself.
Well, I'm gonna say, hey, we paid almost $6,000. Like, we're gonna, if they say I'm going this way, you go this way, we're doing that because like that's what we're here for. Yep. You know, I see you every day.
I'm actually concerned about Tom now not being able to see this because he's gonna go dark.
That's what I texted you guys on the group chat. I'm like, is there anything ever for Dark Side fans, Sith fans, Empire fans, First Order fans ever? And everyone
that's cool.
Everyone that's ever done this Star Cruiser, I haven't watched the videos or anything, but I've seen like pictures of people's outfits, and I'm like, that's Resistance, that's former Rebellion. It's like those are orange colors, those are white colors. I'm like, has anyone ever done First Order on this cruise?
I changed.
Anybody?
Did I send you my?
Yeah, I love your story.
I changed my
story. It ties
story.
into the Battle of Crate, which is cool. I
changed my backstory from the one that we did on the show because it's not practical now that I know how they want you to do things.
Yeah.
And this is why I'm glad I listened to stuff because I wouldn't have known.
Mine just coincidentally lined up fine. I didn't have to change it, but I love the new story for you.
So this is my new character story. Pike
Same
Rendessa.
name.
Yeah, I kept Pike Rendessa. Pike Rendessa is an X-Wing pilot with the Resistance, but he's thinking about bailing since no one answered the call after the Battle of Crate. If no one is coming to help, why should he risk his life? If no one is willing to fight, why should he? He takes a vacation from the Resistance with the full intent to back away from them slowly. Then he goes on a vacation to get away from it all. Then the First Order shows up. Having to save Chewie, the icon of the Resistance, brings him back into the fold, and he sees people willing to fight for First Order, and he sees what he's fighting for, peace.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So yeah, I like
that's
it
like a classic Star Wars trope where it's like in Rogue One where Jin's like, or they're like, something about, does it hurt you to see the First Order or the Imperial flag fly above your head?
Imperial flags, right?
And she's like, not if you don't look up. It's that same idea. It's like, doesn't affect me.
Yeah.
And that's kind of your character. He's like, why should I do this? It doesn't really affect me.
Yeah.
Unless I die.
Why am I watching my friends die?
Yeah, so I'm going to get out. And then you're going to have a reason to get in the fight.
Seeing people fight back against the First
That's
Order
cool.
and stuff.
That's
it's
cool.
A little bit better of a story. Plus, I can wear my X-Wing pilot costume, which I fully intend on doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else, man?
Is it too early to already have like my packing list made out? Because
No.
I've got my packing list. I wrote it down all today. I was at work bored, so it's like I need to take this. Like so. And Len said sabers are allowed.
Sabers are allowed. Yes.
Did he say blades?
Blades.
Blades
are allowed.
Okay.
You can take a
Interesting,
full-on lightsaber.
Okay.
That may have been miscommunication.
I think it was.
But
just like how I thought.
He's not typically
medallion.
a miscommunication person. He usually gets.
He gets the
whenever
whole
he
story.
says something, you can count it.
Yeah. He doesn't miss anything like that.
I mean, because he's not speculating on stuff. Like he knows. Again, private conversations. I was about to say something I don't want to say. I'll tell you.
He's just a genius. That's all you got to say.
Yeah,
like,
I'll tell you afterwards.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I'm excited, man. I cannot. Wait, hang on. Let's see. How many days is it until May 2nd? Let's see. How many days?
Oh yeah, that was funny in that group text. You guys were like, "Happy 2 month until we go on the Star Cruiser, Tom," and I was like, "Happy 2 week, Evan."
Fuck you, Evan. 58 days.
58 days. That's not bad though.
Not bad.
That'll be here before you know it.
Yeah, May's right around the corner, man. I mean, we're halfway through.
Yeah.
I almost said we're halfway through February. We're in March.
We're in March.
Christ, I forgot we were in March.
Yeah. I feel like just yesterday I got that email that had the countdown, be like, your voyage is in 30 days or whatever.
I got my
or
60 days.
60 days. That feels like yesterday to me. And here I am at 10 days. So it'll fly for you.
It'll go quick. I can't wait. I can't wait, man.
Have you tried on your tunic yet? Your blue tunic?
Yeah, I'm still too fat.
You're close. You'll get it.
It's not like it fits. It's just one of those things where I'm not comfortable in it yet.
Yeah, and if
You
you're
know
going
what I
to be
mean?
wearing it for 10 hours because
Yeah.
you don't go back to your room.
Yeah.
Like,
I want to be comfortable in it, but I
Yeah.
love it. It's such good quality.
oh, yeah.
It's-
I haven't seen
It
it.
says Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser on the tag.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I saw Ashley and her husband wearing them on Batu the day they went for their media preview.
Yeah.
But that's the closest I've got to one of the clothing yet, so I don't know.
It was like I was torn. I was like, I'm definitely losing weight. So I know a 2X, 3X would fit me now, but it might be too big.
Yeah.
Because people don't know, I'm like 6'3", 6'4", depending on what shoes I'm in. And so like I have a lot of problems with like stuff being too long or too short. Usually I can very rarely. That's why I wear this shirt so much. This shirt fits me perfectly.
Yeah.
Like if I could model every shirt to fit me the way this shirt does,
Yeah.
I would have all my shirts custom made to this exact length. It's
Of course,
perfect.
yeah. When you're big and tall, it's hard though.
It's tough,
and you're
man.
basically big and tall.
Yeah.
Like,
So I'm like I said, I've lost 10 pounds in 2 weeks.
that's
My
crazy.
goal is to lose 30 by the Star Cruiser.
Just keep biking. That's
I
all
can
you got to
keep
do.
going. I
The
keep
bike's
going.
right
Yep.
there.
I'm gonna go on a bike ride tomorrow night. I haven't done one since like Tuesday of last week, but
Man.
I haven't had time. Like, there's only so many hours I have. Like, we've been doing stuff. Like, I've been working 7 to 5 every day,
Man.
and then on top of that, right at 5, going to the parks to do our other gig, and then
Yeah.
doing that until 1 in the morning, and then sleeping for 6 hours. Like I
Repeat.
literally do it. I truly don't have 2 hours to ride a bike, which is
Yeah.
my time. It takes me 2.5 hours to ride a bike. The amount of time I have to burn the calories I need to burn. So
You're
I
burning a
truly
lot
haven't had
though,
time.
running around like a crazy man.
Oh, dude, we burned
already,
600 today, walking through Hollywood Studios. We walked
Man,
6 miles today.
at studios. So think about what you
Studios in
do.
Springs. We went to Springs earlier.
Still,
too.
think about like what you do at Epcot.
Yeah.
It's probably
we
16
were at Epcot
miles.
last night.
Yeah, it's probably 10, 6, 15
So
miles, like somewhere in there.
It's insane. Like the amount of calories I burn in a day is nuts too.
Yeah.
So I have no excuse to. I cannot wait till my scale says 269 because I weighed in at 283 was my
269.
283 2 weeks ago was what I weighed.
Holy cow.
But like here's the thing, I'm
You
big.
dropped down already
I'm a big guy.
273.
Like, I'll never be. I think 220 is probably my ideal weight. I don't think I can shrink down much past that. It's
Yeah.
just my gut.
I think
Like, when
that's
you look
kind of
at
how
me-
my dad sees it. I
when
think
you
he's
look
around 230 right now, maybe.
Be truthful. When you
Can't
look at
remember.
me, do you go like that's a fat guy, or you
No.
go that's just he's a big guy?
Yeah, just
I'm
big.
I'm just a
I just
big
said big
dude.
and tall. Yeah, I don't see you. I
I'm
don't
just-
say you're fat.
You wouldn't look at me like, that guy's almost 300 pounds, but I was
No.
almost 300 pounds.
I
dude.
never thought that. I never would have
283.
guessed.
Yeah,
Wow.
and I weighed.
We always joked with my dad and called him fat, but my dad's never been fat.
Your dad's not fat.
No.
No, I don't know. I don't want to say like excuses because there's a reason I feel gross. And that's why I'm changing.
Yeah.
But I never thought I looked like an obese, fatty, like
You didn't.
fat guy.
No.
So, but
Did you
And
ever
then
use an ECV to get through the parks?
no.
Okay, you're fine.
I'm not. I was not like that. But
No.
But I am like I have to remember like if I was like your or Kyle's height and I was 300 pounds, that's a whole.
Oh yeah, then
different-
you're obese.
That's a different ball game.
Yeah.
But I'm 6'3".
Yep.
So
When you're 5'11", you can't be over
yeah, I know.
160, 170.
But yeah,
You
I've
can't be.
yesterday was 273,
Wow.
and I'm hoping by like Tuesday, Wednesday I'll be 269.
That's doable.
My goal weight was to lose 30 pounds by Star Cruiser, so it'd be to be 250 by May 2nd.
You'll be over halfway soon. So
yeah, I'm almost. Which is nuts.
Yeah, it is.
It's just and like we said earlier, just not drinking.
Yeah.
To get a big chunk of that because
Half that is you don't have the time to.
I don't even
so.
think about like. Don't think about. I never thought about how many calories I was drinking. It's insane.
Especially if it's like a mixed drink with like
It's
Coke.
a
Coke
lot.
And rum
Oh,
or-
dude,
yeah.
and that was a lot of what I was drinking, which is rum and Coke and
Yeah.
cocktails and
Same, because it's the
gin
easiest.
and
Yeah, it's the easiest. You grab
It's
this
nuts.
juice, you grab this gin, or not gin, but vodka, whatever. You're good.
it's nuts.
That's all you
but
got to do.
man, I'm very jealous. This time next week.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, 10 days.
Yeah, so like 7 days from now will be,
Your last show before you're on,
yeah.
and then that Friday.
Then
you
like
come
3 or
back.
4 days after
Is it? Do you depart on a Tuesday or a Wednesday?
Thursday. 17th. Thursday, Friday, Saturday? Or is it Wednesday, Thursday, Friday?
I think it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Maybe that's where I keep flipping it. No, it's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 17, 18,
Huh.
19. Yeah.
Wild.
I am blessed where I talked about it. I told you today where I'm going to try to get kid sizes in that tunic. And they don't have an adult version of the captain's jacket, but they have a kid's version.
They have
So-
none of them on Shop Disney tonight.
No,
It's just-
that's why I haven't bought one online.
it's just the
But if I'm
Leku
in
and-
the shop on the Star Cruiser and I see a Kids XL, it's going to end up in my bag.
That's dope.
Paid for, of course. That
The
kind
only
of sounded
thing
like
I
I'm stealing
want you to
it, which I'm
grab
not.
me, I'm thinking, is the souvenir mugs. And
yeah.
maybe the formal dinner jacket if it's not there on Shop Disney again.
Yeah.
Because
I don't like that jacket.
I like it because that's the gray one.
Yeah, I don't like it.
That's what you said you were going to get.
No, that was the tunic. So I was calling it
yeah,
like
the
the gray tunic.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
If I can find a Kids XL, I'm
the
buying
gray
it.
tunic with like the
The
one that,
weavy waves.
yeah. That's
I like
the
that.
that's the
Okay.
formal tunic. That's what
Okay.
it's called.
You said jacket and it threw me off.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. It's just
Formal
words,
tunic.
semantics.
Yeah, and I'm doing it only because we got the captain's table. If we didn't have the captain's table, I wouldn't get it. But since it's like fancy, I want to be fancy at the.
I'm
fancy
wearing
table.
my first order jacket for that dinner. That's
I
my
gotta
like.
get some. Oh,
That's my
nice.
formal wear.
Are you gonna go dark side?
Yeah.
I don't think
You
you're
saw my costume.
I know, but I don't think that's gonna fly with the story.
They have to have something planned for those people, right? Like, you can't be like, hey, they're partying over there. Why can't we do something at this table? It's like they have to have something.
I don't know, man.
If so, it'll be like the problem on Rise of the Resistance, where it's like I wear something first order, and then I'm on the finalizer, and they're like,
glad you said
"What are you
this.
doing here, scum?" And I'm like, "I'm helping you guys out. I have intel." And they're like, "That's what a spy would say." I'm like, "Come on, like really? Just believe me." It's so annoying. There's nothing for First Order, Empire, Dark Side, nothing fans.
The
nothing.
first order today, the guy there, he did not know what the fuck he was talking about. He was like, "Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you're standing on the same color now." And he goes, "The First Order is going to interrogate you about where your secret base is on Batu." I was like, "What? That's not even the story."
No, I mean there is a secret base on Batu, but
that's not the
point
plot
is
of
to
Rise
find the
of the
one on
Resistance.
no, to find the one on Bakara.
Kara. It's so stupid.
Man.
All right, man. Let's wrap this up.
Last question, because you're such
oh,
a big
sorry.
merch guy. How are they going to bag these things up on the Star Cruiser? It's not a Disney Parks bag.
Yeah, it is.
In universe.
It's
On the
something-
Star Cruiser.
I guarantee you it's a Disney Parks bag.
Can't be.
I haven't seen any
Can't
pictures saying otherwise, and I feel
I
like
haven't
people
seen
would
any
have posted.
pictures of the bags. I've seen like the open package, the open
if
merch.
You know, if it was different, people would have posted it.
That's true. And they'd be selling them on eBay. Star Cruiser merchandise bag, $5,000. Yeah,
I
you're
can't
right.
believe this.
Ugh.
People are spending $1,500 on that lightsaber.
That makes me a little sad.
Put an extra
that
$1,000
it'll
with
be
it
a
and go
normal
on the
bag,
fucking thing
but-
yourself.
But all right, I hope it's maybe just a non-discreet like just brown bag or something at least, so it's not.
No, it's gonna be a regular bag. That,
Yeah.
that would have made news. I promise
It's
you.
okay if it's the one on Earth, the one when you're leaving, to be a Disney Parks bag. But if I'm buying it while Gaia's standing right next to me, I don't want it to say Disney Parks.
Oh, that's just something I meant to tell you. He said, make sure you buy merch before the night of the second night. I'm doing it the first thing when I get
The
on.
finale. Oh, yeah, me too. Yeah,
Because-
because we're checking in early. We're checking in as
Checking
soon
in.
as 11 or 1?
One.
Oh,
I'm
1.
going to get there at like 12:15.
Me too.
I'm going to be there first so I can
Yep.
get in and out and be done with it.
Yep.
But he said they don't open on the morning of the third day.
Oh, wow.
So make sure.
That makes sense from like an operation
so you
standpoint.
can get everything restocked for people who are coming in.
Yeah,
at 1
okay.
o'clock.
Okay, I got to
So,
write that down just
yes.
in case.
It's a good I'm glad he said something because I would have waited till the last day and I would have been devastated.
I would have bought some on like the first day and then been like, oh, I'll come back for that on the third day.
It's
and then
going
it'd
to probably be
gone.
the first thing I do just so I don't have to think about it again.
I'm writing that down.
I'm not going to buy a ton of stuff. I wanted the lightsaber mostly. And I want some of the out-of-universe stuff. I want the magic bands, obviously.
the
The
T-shirt,
sabacc
the
deck,
magic bands, the
sabacc
deck.
stuff.
Now that you showed me that gift card, that new
gift
gift
card.
card.
That to me, that's not that's a souvenir, but like something I'll use again going forward.
Yeah,
What
I've
is it?
used Spira before on Batu. Like,
Write down Spira on your notepad.
heard that.
But I guess that's it. You don't have to write it down because we're going to wrap this up now. Thank you guys so much for listening. We will see you on the next show. Until then,
When Tom's
stay
back.
safe. May the Force be with you.
Always.
Rise, Jedi Knight.
That's pretty good. That's a good time.
Not bad.